pitch, but also just the stadium?
Well, to clarify, when I was talking about the pitch, because I think in Portland, I think things got blown out of proportion. What we're talking about is a rivalry and how it needs real emotion for there to be a rivalry. So the pitch is not the worst in the league by any means, but it's the same thing with Vancouver. You know, it's a real rivalry. I think it's one maybe that is a bit older, and maybe the Portland one has grown a bit more than the Vancouver one over the past few years, but it's a real rivalry nonetheless. So it's going to be difficult going up there. You know, also an added element of having a once great Sounder play for them now. It just adds to that rivalry, right? Sorry. So it's going to be difficult. They're a hungry team. They're a good side. We know what the field brings. They know what it is, and it's going to be a tough game.
You mentioned the once great. You faced Fredy a few times in your career. Does that help you now that he comes back, that you know a little bit of his tendencies from previous meetings?
It doesn't make him any easier to face. You know, I think we do our homework on all players, and we know their tendencies and we know what they're capable of. But if they do what they're capable of, then there's not much you can do. So we really just got to limit his chances, limit their chances. They're a very offensive-minded team, and I think when they smell blood, they go after it. So I think we have to stay in control of the game, maybe tire them out and let them chase the ball for a bit. But yeah, Fredy is a good addition for them, obviously, and we got to be mindful of where he's at, and we certainly know what he's capable of.
You said when they smell blood, meaning they like to pile, like if they get one, they typically pile on.
Yeah, and I think it's also it's not just the goals. I think it's the pressure. When you're on the field, you sense when teams are under pressure. You sense when they're rattled. So that's what I'm saying. When we have the ball and we're making them chase, they're going to be the ones on the back foot. So they're going to be the ones huffing and puffing. So we want to maintain possession and have them tire out, so that you know, when maybe they put us under a little bit of pressure, that they're not going to be as snappy and not have as much gas in the tank anymore to just sustain pressure for a considerable amount of time. Because as we know, when you're able to maintain pressure for longer spells, that's when usually the bend ends up in the break.
How does a keeper contribute to a team maintaining possession? That's American tradition might be that the keeper boots it 70 yards away. That's obviously changed. What do you do to maintain possession with the Sounders?
I think it's a mixed thing. You know, obviously that long ball still needs to be in your repertoire. You need to keep teams honest with that ball, because otherwise they're just going to press high, and then it doesn't allow you to play short anymore. So I think it's a mixed bag of balls, really, of seeing what the game gives you, what the opponent gives you. Also realizing as a goalkeeper what time in the game it is and what kind of game we have going at that moment. Have you been under pressure? Are you going to try to take the sting out of the ball, out of the game? You know, have they been under pressure? Are they going to back out because they want to just sit back and maybe rest for a little bit? There's so many factors that you take into consideration in terms of how you maintain possession. You know, it's also, a lot of people think that the booting up the ball is a 50-50. Not necessarily. You know, if you got a numerical advantage on one side and you can get guys around it, you're more likely to win the second ball. So I think it's seeing all these clues and reacting upon them.
Whenever like a new player comes in to the club and he's about to play in his first like big rivalry game, what do you say, and like how do you help them prepare for a match that can get pretty tense and stuff like that?
I think people know. You know, I mean, we have maybe, you know, Gustav is new, who might not know about it, but he's a veteran. I mean, he's played in leagues where you see some pretty crazy fans, and it gets pretty heated on the pitch as well. So. And for the young guys that are new, I think they've witnessed what the rivalry in the Cascadia area has been over the last few years, or since I mean since actually, you know, that before the MLS days. So I don't think we have to tell what's at stake. On top of that, you know, it's an important in conference game, right? I mean, like I said, they've been struggling a little bit. We would have liked to have more points, especially in the last game. So these are big games.